Yes then YouTube, we are back with a brand new updated post-patch 4-3-3 number 4 variation custom tactics for you. So it is the 4-3-3 with the 2 central midfielders and then the cam in that cam position. I absolutely love this formation, and you will actually see a few pro players using this formation because it is so good and so well rounded. But first, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get into the custom tactics. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC25 coins, please check out mmoexp.com. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 5% off your order. Link is down in the description below. Go and check them out now. Now, the code will be in the last 15 or 20 seconds of the video, and it will be the top pinned comment down in the comment section down below. So make sure if you want to get the exact custom tactics that I'm using, like literally bar for bar, player for player, just type in the code, or you can manually do it like one by one. It is totally up to you. So on the tactical preset, of course, we are going with custom, definitely your absolute bread and butter, and it is called the 4-3-3 attack in the formation role, or 4-3-3 number 4 variation. So either 4-3-3 attack, the one with the cam, or 4-3-3 number 4 on the variation. Now, the build-up style, there are 2 options. Okay, so option number 1 is the option that I am now currently using, and that is balanced on the build-up style. I think this is amazing. Definitely give balanced on the build-up style a go. And if you read what it says, players will vary between forward runs and coming short. The team's transition to their in-possession shape will be steady rather than sudden. So I really like it. I definitely love it. Now, the other option though, and by the way, balanced is the one that I am using, by the way. The other option is the option that I was using pre-patch, which is still very, very, very good and meta. But now, after the post-patch, I do just think balanced is better on the build-up style, and that is counter. So this approach encourages players to get in behind the opposition's defense as the team transitions quickly from defense to attack. It is very, very, very good. Like, definitely something that you can use 100%. Like, you can give it a go. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm actually intrigued. Do you like counter or balance on the build-up style? Which one do you prefer? Do you copy my custom tactics, literally play for play, or do you tweak a few things here and there? Because I'm intrigued. So for me, balanced on the build-up style. Now, the defensive approach, and again, there are 2 options with this. Okay, so option number 1 is the option that I am now using, and that is 71 on the line height with high defensive approach, or 71 defensive depth, whatever you want to call it. Now, what this does is, when we lose the ball, our team will automatically offside trap. If any of you remember from previous FIFAs, this was a very OP mechanic, and it is back. So if you use the 71 depth, it is absolutely amazing. Like, trust me, it is really, really, really top draw. But if you struggle defensively, and there will be quite a few people watching this video that maybe struggle defensively, that is absolutely fine. I would recommend going down to 61 or 60, whichever one you do prefer. I would give 61 a go. I think if you struggle defensively, you can still afford to be quite aggressive in your press, because then actually sometimes you won't press as much because of that. If you think about it logically, like, it is actually, there is method to the madness, trust me. So for me, of course, it is the 71 depth. So that's the team tactics. As we get into the player role, the team will look like this without the ball, because on FC25 now, the formation that you are playing with, that is the formation that you defend with without the ball. You can't change it. It's a little bit of a tweak that they made from last year to this year to try and make certain formations not as overpowered. For example, like the 4-3-2 one, which, by the way, I still think is actually a very good formation if you get the custom tactics right. It is still good, just not as good as last year. But so without the ball, we're of course defending just the traditional 4-3-3 attack variant, or the 4-3-3-4. So the 4-3-3 with the cam and the 2 central midfielders. Now, the striker, there are 2 options you can use on the player roles on the strikers. The first one is the option that I'm using, which is advanced forward and attack. I absolutely love that. The second one is poacher. Poacher is very, very, very good. If you have a player which has ++ or plus next to poacher as the striker, use that on that player. It is a very, very, very good and overpowered player role. But for me, I'm using advanced forward and attack. Both the left winger and the right winger are on exactly the same player roles, and that is inside forward and attack. Yes, so inside forward and attack on both the left winger and the right winger. I want my left winger and my right winger to be making them penetrating runs inwards towards the striker and the central of goal. Towards my striker and the centre of the goal, sorry. That is what I want. I want them making penetrating runs. Think of like a prime Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, where you had Sadio Mane on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right. They would constantly make them diagonal runs from outwards to in and get a lot of goals. And that is what I want both my left winger and my right winger to be doing. That is what I want them to do. Get a lot of goals and a lot of assists for us. Now, the cam, there are two options again that you can use on the cam. Option number one is actually the option that I am using, and that is shadow striker and attack. I've learned actually, and not really learned, but I've come to start to love this shadow striker on the cam, whether it be behind in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, a 4-3-3-4, anything like this with a cam in it. I really think shadow striker is a very overpowered role. Like, your player will get a lot of goals and a lot of assists in that cam role with shadow striker, because they will get into the box a lot more than if they were on, say, a playmaker and stuff like that. But if you are someone that struggles defensively, I would maybe give the playmaker role a go with either balanced or roaming. It's completely up to you which one you prefer on that. But for me, with the custom tactics that I'm using in this 4-3-3 attack, I would give shadow striker a go. The right central midfielder is then going to be on box to box. Yes, box to box on the right central midfielder, with just, of course, balance. Box to box, by the way, is a very overpowered player role this year. It is very, very, very good. You will see me use box to box on a lot of my midfielders, especially in like a 4-4-2 or like this. Any formation where we've got two central midfielders, one of my central midfielders will more than likely be on box to box. And then the left central midfielder is then going to be on playmaker and attack. Yes, so I go very left side heavy in something that you will see in a minute, and I talk about it a lot in my custom tactics. I always like to overload one side of the pitch on FC25. It really does cause your opponent a lot of problems if you overload one side of the pitch, and you will see in a minute why it is the left side. It's really hard for your opponent to then pick up the ball and defend in it. And this then brings us nicely onto the left back, and the left back is then on attacking wing back and balance. So the left back will be bombing on a lot down that left hand side, and like I was just talking about there in terms of overloading a certain side, that's what I want in FC25. Overload a certain side, it really does help, and that's why I play with my left sided central midfielder on playmaker. Both centre backs are just on defender and defend, and then my right back is on fullback and defend. So our right back will tuck in and we will defend in a back three, and then the goalkeeper is going to be on goalkeeper plus and balanced. Goalkeeper and sweeper keeper, it literally makes no difference, by the way. So whichever one your goalkeeper has as the plus, use that. And that is how we attack with the ball. You see, we are very overload left side heavy. You got the right back tucking in, so we're defending in a nice back three. You've got the box-to-box in the right central midfielder role, and then you've got a lot of players down that left-hand sided role. That is what I like. I like to overload a certain side. And that right there, as you will now see, the code on your screen is going to be the end of the video, YouTube. Drop this video a like for me. Drop a comment down below. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, of course, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA positive, man. Latitude. Peace out. One love.